Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What If RuneScape, the series where we take an idea and stretch it out as far as it can possibly go. And today we're going to be talking about another new NPC, somebody I think would be really fun to introduce into the new continent of Valamore. His name is going to be Gilbert Gold Trim, somebody who is actually able to trim your armor. But of course, he's gonna give you the runaround first. It's gotta at least seem like you're getting scammed, because it wouldn't be RuneScape otherwise. What exactly would Gilbert Gold Trim be like? Try to think of him a little bit like Valamore Trimmed. He's a little bit shifty with his merchant personality. He's definitely able to sell you anything that you might be looking for, but he is a little bit more boastful of his amazing crafting skills, where he's able to sell you trimmed armor. I would really like it if the first time we were introduced to Gilbert, he was somewhere at like a party or a cutscene in one of the quests in Valamore. He's someone not necessarily important, but close to important people. When we finally have our first interaction with Gilbert, he's absolutely gonna sound like he's trying to scam us way back from 2007. Going through what I would hope is at least like 3 or 4 dialogue boxes until you finally get to the, alright, fine, I won't scam you. Right now, the only way we can get trimmed armor is through clue scrolls or on the GE. But I'm suggesting a lore-relevant way for us to start picking them up, or even start making them ourselves. But we can talk about that a little bit later. The designs for Valamore are already, I would say, in a way, extravagant, featuring a little bit of gold regalia. And I would say that Gilbert Gold Trim doubles, triples, quadruples down on that. He's gonna be decked out to the teeth, and it really could be as simple as buying purely cosmetic ornament kits or trimmed armor set. You might just have to bring him the entire armor set that you're trying to get trimmed in a specific way. Maybe you never actually see an ornament kit upgrade. He just hands you the upgraded version. So that way we can keep all of collection logs intact if that's a problem for any Ironmen. I think it would be great if Gilbert was tied into the lore of Valamore, but if he doesn't fit into this city, maybe he could have a little bit of a sibling rivalry between Valamore Trimmed or even a different traveling merchant, Big Mo. He could even resemble Big Mo in some ways if it was his brother. Now, I don't usually find a problem with just giving people access to cosmetics, especially since for Iron Men, they don't really have an easy way to get the specific cosmetic they're looking for. But if we did want to lock this behind some sort of something, there could be a quest involved where you have to learn the lore of how armor trimming came to be. It could be a lost and forgotten art of the God Wars. Any very, very select few people like Gilbert Gold Trim are able to keep it alive. But if he was able to pass along that art to some of the player characters, this could be something that could be an amazing smithing and crafting technique. It could just fall under crafting because you're only inlaying, let's say, gold into a rune armor set. But at the same time, I could see it apply for smithing as well. So if we were going to think about it for a minute, what would the process be for trimming armor? You'd probably need the armor set that you're trying to trim, the material you're trying to trim it with. You would likely even need a chisel and hammer. I do believe it'd probably be more crafting experience than it would be smithing experience, but here's where it gets tricky. We can't just shoot out infinite supplies of trimmed armor, weapons, and jewelry. So it should likely have a chance to fail. Say you're just trying to introduce 5 gold bars to a rune plate body, then those 5 gold bars in that rune plate body crumple to dust when you fail. The fail rate does go down and the levels go up, but at the same time, it would likely never go away. Something like this would be important to balance out the economy if we didn't want to outright adds a new item, like you could only trim armor with gold leaves. And if that's a little bit too expensive, maybe we add in a new version of gold leaves that's only half as expensive. But when you do finally finish Gilbert's quest, you're going to earn a special type of armor to be trimmed. Instead of a Saradomin, Gothic, or Zamorak armor trimming set, perhaps you could have something like a Valamore trimming set. You would be able to trim the Dragon Armor Set to look a little bit closer to the people of Valamore with the gold, black, and blue. But really, everybody, I think that's everything for Gilbert today. He's an armor trimmer who lives in the city of Valamore, close to the heart of the city, possibly even sticking close to the officials in the city of Valamore, almost like a hanger-on. Able to grant the player character a quest to unlock the art of armor trimming, or perhaps he's able to just trim armor for you. But what do you guys think about Gilbert? What would you do with him and where would you put him? Leave it down in the comments below, and I will see you all later. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe.